Hi everybody, welcome to our final chapter in EDUC 103, Nutrition Education Concepts and Activities. As you have now gotten used to, here are our fun NACE standards that go along with everything that we're going to be talking about today. Basically, what we're going to be looking at in this chapter is kind of an introduction to nutrition education. It's not something that you really have to worry about if you're in a school setting. If you're in an early learning center, you probably have to consider this more. Those of you that are interested in nutrition education, you're going to be doing this. You're going to be doing this probably as a career. And there's more classes you can take. This is basically just to give you an overview of some of the activities that you can do in NACE's position on this. So why do we do this? We do this to basically give a structured, planned happening so that kids get to eat a variety of foods and understand what those foods are like and look like. Obviously, this is more early learning center than school districts. You will not find this in public schools. You will find this in early learning centers, and you'll find units on this stuff. So the important thing that I would know, and you can use this for your essay for your discussion board for this chapter, you're welcome to do that, is the 4 concepts from NACE in nutrition education. This is also PEC material as well, so this is something that if you're taking this class to eventually go to a 4-year school, you should know this stuff. So the big concept number 1, children have to have nutritious food for their bodies to grow and stay healthy. All animals and plants need food. Eating food helps children to grow, play, learn, feel happy, and stay well. Kids need to eat many different foods to get exposure to them. It gives them energy for play. And a healthy diet must be balanced with physical activity. This is why in our school system we have lunch and recess go hand in hand. After you eat, you have to burn off the energy that comes with it. So other things to consider is that nutrients come from foods. Nutrients allow children to grow and be healthy. Once food's eaten, nutrients go to work in our bodies, making us feel better, helping improve our system. They're needed each day. And foods are what gives us the source of the nutrients that we need to be successful. Concept number 3 is that not one food provides all of the nutrients that we need. Different foods provide different nutrients. They work together in our bodies. And children should be introduced to a variety of foods and always should be encouraged to try at least one bite. Some children aren't going to want to do this, but you as an early learning center, you need to make them feel welcome and feel comfortable doing this. Kids need to be comfortable with shape, color, and texture of food at an early age. If they are, it means that when they're older, they're more likely to try it. So foods have to be handled carefully. Cleanliness of foods is important. Hand washing, those of you that already work in an early learning center, you know how important teaching your kids to wash their hands are, and you washing your hands is. Some foods have to be cooked properly and eaten hot. Some have to be refrigerated. Kids should be involved in food preparation, even if they're only watching it, because it shows them how to do it. And when they become adults, it's something they can do. If food has not been handled properly, kids can become ill from it. So, family involvement. If you have families that are ethnic, it's a good source for recipes. They can benefit children in an early learning center, and you should ask them for recipes. But I have to stress this. The center teachers and directors should be the ones preparing the foods, not the parents. If the parent prepares the food and the kids get sick, the early learning center is the one that gets blamed. So you get the recipes from them, maybe you work hand in hand in conjunction with them and you cook it together, but you don't have them prepare it in advance. So one of the things that I thought was interesting is that our book said that different experiences with food really happens more in early learning centers than home or kindergarten. It's kind of a justification where even if there's a parent to watch a kid, sending them to a child care center might give them these experiences with food that they might not have. They'll actually learn how to prepare food, food names, and language about food to communicate with their peers as well. So safety considerations, that's important. You have to make sure that you have special teacher care and training so that you're doing everything in a safe manner. Obviously, if you remember us saying this earlier in this course, you have to be aware of allergies. There have to be proper guidelines when kids are eating. Kids have to only eat when they're seated and when they're in a certain environment. Can't have kids eating and walking all around the center, because that will teach a bad habit and a bad practice. Give simple recipes at the beginning of the year, and when kids can actually help with the food preparation, you can give them more complicated tasks as well. So, this is something that you could use for your discussion board. I'm not going to really go over these, but NACCE has 6 activity plans that assign with nutrition education. As I normally do, we're going to leave these up. You can look at these on your own. You can revisit the PowerPoint for them. I don't really need to explain them. The first one is weighing and measuring children, and then weighing and measuring food, because then you can see how food helps children to grow. Next is making hummus and pitas. Hummus and pitas is it's the type of food that a child is more likely to eat and try, and it's still an ethnic food. So it helps you introduce the concepts of other cultures eating foods. Having a tasting party is big under the NACCE standards, because it helps kids get comfortable trying different things. Kids can circle what they like or what they don't like. If you can take your kids to the grocery store, this is a good way to really see what your kids do. Something that they might not be familiar with, and they might have exposure to a food they might not see. Part of the assignments in this class are going to go to the grocery store. Why are you doing it? To see how you would take kids to the grocery store. Safe lunches. One of the things you can do is you can give them lunch. You can give them lunch and give them a food that they're not familiar with, but other ones that they are familiar with, because then they'll feel comfortable eating the one they're not familiar with. And then sight recognition of fruits and vegetables each day. This one is simple. You can easily put little pictures on the board so that they recognize what a fruit looks like, what a vegetable looks like, and then they identify the vitamins that are in the different fruits and vegetables as well. So that's it. This is our entire course. I hope you got something out of it. I wish you the best of luck on your final exam. Remember, this block of chapters really was more ones that were geared towards early learning centers, not so much school districts, so consider that as you're studying. If I can do anything to help, please let me know. Thank you.